welcome to another video. We will continue with the solution to the January 2024 paper, and we are at question 10, which is a vectors and matrices question. It says, in the diagram below, O is the origin, OE is equal to 2EF, and M is the midpoint of EJ, OG is equal to C, and OF is equal to D. Find in terms of C and D in its simplest form. Now, one thing what we need to remember whenever we're dealing with vectors, we must understand that the direction of the vectors is important. So if we're going to talk about the direction, so we have to talk about the direction of the vectors, okay? Now, so O to G, which is in that direction, so we're starting from O, then we're going to G, is equal to C, and then O to F, that means we're going in that direction, is equal to D. In addition to that, they tell you that O to E is equal to 2EF. So therefore, O to E is equal to 2 parts, and E to F is equal to 1 part. So in total, O to F is also divided into 3 parts. And then M is the midpoint of EG. Now we want to find, so find in terms of C and D in its simplest form, F to G. So we want to find F to G. So it means I'm walking from F. So I'm starting from F and I'm going to end up at G. Now, in order for me to do that, we have to walk along the paths that we know. What do we know? We know that we can walk from F to O and then from O to G. So therefore, it's F to O plus O to G. Now, but F to O, it means that I'm going in the opposite direction of this arrow. So therefore, F to O is actually equal to negative OF. So therefore, what is OF equal to? OF is equal to D. So therefore, this is negative D plus, and O to G is equal to C. So we would have got that. And just to, for writing, we prefer to write the positive numbers first, or the positive terms first. So it's C minus D. And that's how we would have got. And that's how we would have got F to G there. Now, in order for us to find E to G means I'm walking from E down to G. So I'm walking along that line. So if I'm going to walk along that line, again, I have to walk from E to O and then from O to G. Okay? So therefore, E to G means EO plus OG. But what do we know? We know that OE is equal to 2/3 of OF, right? So if it's equal to 2/3 of OF, it's equal to 2/3 of D. But remember now, O to E is also equal to negative EO. Okay, so therefore, so EO is actually equal to negative OE, right? So basically, so this is negative 2/3 D plus C. And this is what E to G would be equal to. So E to G would be equal to negative 2/3 D plus C. And that's how we would have gone ahead of the vector question. We want to find the vector OM. Okay, so remember they told you that OM, that M is actually half of EG, right? So that means if I'm going to go to vector OM, means I'm walking from O to E and then from E to M. Okay, so in order for us to do that, OM is actually equal to OE plus half EG. As you remember, we had worked out EG earlier. So OE is actually equal to 2/3 of D plus half of EG. And we remember we had worked out EG to be equal to negative 2/3 D plus C. So we had worked that out. Okay, So this is the same as 2/3 d plus half times 2/3 d is gonna be half times 2/3 d is gonna be same as negative 2 over 6 d plus half of c. So what we are doing, we are expanding our brackets here, okay, using the distributive law. So therefore, what this is the same as saying 2/3 d minus, and we can cancel because 2 into 2 will go 1 and 2 into 6 will go 3. So therefore minus 1/3 d plus half of c. So when we work that out, 2/3 minus 1/3, if we have 2/3 and we take away 1/3, we are going to be left with what? 1/3 d plus half of c. And that is how we go about solving these types of vector questions. Again, do not be afraid to take this video, repeat this video, rewatch this video, and ensure that you get the concepts to do these questions. Again, these questions are there to be done, and you can do very well on your CSEC exams. So please do not be afraid. Okay? Have a great and blessed day. P and Q is equal to R, find the value of A, B, and C. Now, in order for us to find the value of A, B, and C, we need to remember the concept that whenever we have two matrices that are equal, then corresponding values are equal. So what we are going to be doing, we are going to be adding these two matrices, and then when we add them, we are going to equate them to the matrix R. So we have 3, -9, A, 7, plus -1, B, -4 and 1 equal to R, and R is equal to C, -3, -4 and 8. So we have that. So again, so we are, when adding or subtracting matrices, we add or subtract corresponding values. So therefore, we're going to have 3 plus -1, because first term must be added to first term. Then we have -9 plus B. Then we have A plus -4. And then seven plus 1. And that is equal to C. What is C equal to? C is -3, -4 and 8. So that's equal to R and not C. Okay? What is equal to C is that these two values are corresponding values. So therefore 3 plus -1 is equal to C. And this is the same as saying 3 minus 1 is equal to C. So therefore if 3 minus 1 is equal to C, 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So C is equal to 2. So we have what C is equal to. Then we again remember, if two matrices are equal, corresponding values are equal. So therefore this value is equal to this value. So -9 plus B is equal to -3. So -9 plus B, we're going to take the 9 across to the right hand side. It's negative on this side, so when it comes across as positive. So B is going to be equal to -3 plus 9. -3 plus 9 is equal to 6. So B is equal to 6. Okay, now we're going to move to finding what A is. Just basic concept again. If two matrices are equal, corresponding values are equal. Therefore, A plus -4 is equal to -4. So A minus 4 is equal to -4. So it means that if I carry the 4 across to the right, -4 on the left hand side, if you take it across the equal sign, it becomes A is equal to -4 plus 4. That is equal to 0. So A is equal to 0. And that's how we go about doing these kinds of questions.